Hi, honey. Welcome to Coffee with Mimi. I'm really excited that you're here with me today. Today, we're talking about motherhood, but I'm not going to talk to you about how to be the perfect mother because there's no such thing. Instead, I want to tell you about what my children have taught me because I became a mother very young. I had my daughter when I was 15. And then I had my son when I was 25. I was still growing up while I was raising them. And looking back, I realized we were all growing up together. My daughter has taught me a kind of unconditional love that is difficult to put in words. When you're a mother, you can look at your child and think, I would do anything for you. But then they grow up and you realize that loving them also means letting them become their own person. My daughter has this incredible strength. She's raising 2 girls on her own. She's been through things that I wish I could have protected her from. Her youngest daughter's father passed away, and I've watched my daughter keep going. I've watched her mother. I've watched her struggle. I've watched her find strength. And I've watched her become the kind of mother I am incredibly proud of. My daughter taught me patience. She taught me understanding. She taught me that strength doesn't always look like having everything together. Sometimes strength looks like getting up the next morning. Sometimes it looks like crying and then getting back to the business of living. Sometimes it looks like saying, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to figure it out. And I see that strength in her. And sometimes I see pieces of myself in her that I didn't know were there. I was 15 when I became her mother. I was a child raising a child. And I had dreams. I wanted my children to have everything I didn't have. I wanted them to become everything I dreamed they could be. But as I've gotten older, I've realized something. Our children aren't here to become who we want them to be. They're here to become who they are. And one of the greatest lessons I've learned as a mother is learning to see my children's lives through their eyes, not just mine. To listen, to understand their perception, to acknowledge my mistakes, and to take responsibility when I get things wrong. Because motherhood isn't about getting everything right. It's about being willing to grow. And then there's my son. I can't talk about my children without talking about my son. I am so proud of him. He has this innocence and kindness about him that is just him. And I see pieces of myself in him. I know he hates to hear that, but I do. I also see something completely his own. He's been through things, a lot of tough situations. They both have. And while I wish I could have protected my children from everything difficult in life, I couldn't. And I've had to make peace with that. What I can do now is love them, listen to them, learn from them, and be there. Our children teach us too. We spend so much time talking about what parents teach children, but children teach us too. They teach us patience. They teach us humility. They teach us that we're not always right. They teach us unconditional love. and they give us opportunities to become better people. My children have taught me some of the most important lessons of my life, and I'm still learning. So, what's my purpose? Well, I've said before that I feel like part of my purpose as a mother is to help my children find their purpose. Not my purpose for them, theirs. I want them to find the things that make their hearts come alive. I want them to know that they can make mistakes and still be good people. I want them to know that they can start over. And I want them to know that they are loved. And that no matter what, no matter how old they become, they will always have their mama. Here's my coffee with Mimi challenge for you today. Take a minute and really listen to your child. Not while you're cooking, not while you're scrolling, not while you're thinking about what you're going to say next. Just listen. And if your children are grown, call them. Ask them how they're doing, and then actually listen to the answer. And if you're not a parent, think about someone younger than you who looks up to you. Because we don't stop being role models just because we don't have children. Someone is always watching. Someone is always learning. Motherhood has taught me that love isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up, learning, apologizing. It's about growing. It's about letting go when you need to and holding on when they need you. My children didn't become everything I imagined they would become. They became something even better. They became themselves, and I couldn't be more proud. So, honey, if you're a parent who thinks you've messed everything up, take a breath. You still have time. You can apologize. You can change. You can listen. You can love. And you can start again. Because it's never too late to become the parent your child needs. Thank you for sharing this cup of coffee with me. And until next time, take care of you and take care of each other.